I will admit that sometimes my delivery has been so hard that even I look back now and I go, okay, you ain't had to say that, or Dan, you didn't have to do that. And we were talking about it last night, and since I see a lot of black women in the room, I do want to acknowledge the moment that I highlighted last night that I've said before, is that, you know, when I said what I said about Jennifer Hudson on The Breakfast Club, criticizing her talk show, it was hurtful, and although it wasn't intended to be hurtful, it was that hard truth that didn't need to be spoken at that moment, because I had forgotten how much I loved her and how much she had endured as a woman who had her family slaughtered, and she is a prime example of excellence in our culture. And what I did was a prime example of how black women get hit with a stray when they don't deserve to be. And I felt bad about that, to where I publicly apologized to her and will continue to do it until I can privately do it, because she deserved that and didn't deserve how I delivered the message that day. So I'm learning and evolving, and I love that people are giving me the space to grow, because I am judged for being imperfect from a bunch of people who are imperfect too.
Wow, that's powerful.
But y'all gonna go to hell for that, because see, you can't judge me and get to heaven. Anyway, that was messy, but it was true.
If a young podcaster says to you, they're watching this, and says, I want to be the next Jason Lee, which variation of that, of you, do you think they're talking about?
Well, I would first say don't be the next Jason Lee, be you, because I didn't grow into Jason Lee being anybody else. I've admired people. I remember when I first launched Hollywood Unlocked and had a few followers, and Floyd Mayweather was telling me he wanted to tell the world that I was the #1 media person. I was just like, I'm not #1, I just started, and I started giving the examples of all these other people who were better than me. And he said, nah, I can look at you and tell you're like the Floyd Mayweather media, but there is no Floyd Mayweather media, so you're gonna be the best at what you do, and being #1 is a mentality, it's not a fact, because who can tell you that you're not #1 if you move like you're #1, you believe you're #1, and you execute like you're #1. So I always tell people, you know, I think you should be the best at what you do. And what I did that was different for the next generation of people who want to create podcasts and stuff is I'm laying out the blueprint. I launched courses called Media Millionaires. You can go to MediaMillionaires.com. It's $47. Everything I learned in the world of building my platform from $0 to 50 million is in there for subscription. I give it away. Why? Because I don't lose anything to help and become a blessing to other people. In fact, I think that's why I'm so blessed. The other thing is, I would say, when you look at all the different versions of me, you know, yes, just the other day I was in a park with congressmen and assemblywomen and supervisors and tons of people from my neighborhood as part of National Night Out. And today I'm on my Instagram telling the media, y'all gonna fuck around and get sued or get your page taken down if you keep trying me. I'm a balance of everything you've ever seen about me, and I'm not performing for anybody, because at the end of the day, when this whole journey you've watched is judged, it ain't you I'm trying to get close to, it's God, and that's the only person I have to really talk to at night when I'm right or wrong or indifferent.